Welcome to Game of Roses. This is PaceCase.
This is BachelorClues. It's Monday. That means this is Digging Deeper, and what a digging deeper it is. We've got, I don't even know how to describe this first clip. You'll just have to wait and see what it is. Enjoy or don't at your leisure. We have a bunch of clips from Wills Adams on Bachelor Happy Hour, hyping up the upcoming VIP season. We have a bunch of clips from Dark Lord Palmer on Bachelor Happy Hour doing the same thing. We have some clips from the Jeremiah and Nick Viall interview that just happened a couple days ago. At least as us, we record this on Friday. It comes out Monday. I believe that happened earlier this week. Viall is Vialling in all of these clips, of course. Get ready for that. But yeah, this first clip is a real doozy. Are you ready to dive in?
Yeah, I'm nervous.
Okay, here we go. Now,
oh God,
this comes to us from a podcast that I don't think we've ever had in a Digging Deeper ever. The podcast is called Go Blue podcast with John Jansen. Now, the Go Blue podcast is the Michigan State sports podcast, basically.
Okay.
And they had a very special guest. The guest was one Mel Owens. He is your next Golden Bachelor for season 2. They're about to start shooting this season in a matter of weeks. And somehow on June 4th, Mel Owens was on this Go Blue podcast. Let's listen to this clip and then discuss what it means in a variety of ways. Are you ready? PaceCase for this.
I guess.
All right. No context. We're going to go in clean.
I'm just, okay.
Here we go.
How much did they share with you? Did you get a chance to have bios of the women, know their names? Like, I don't know how much you knew going in, or was it a blind date?
It's blind up until they get out of the limo.
Okay.
But they ask me, like, what's your preferences? So I just said 45 to 60. just being honest, right?
Yeah, sure.
And then the process went and I was selected, right? And then we had lunch with the executive producer. I said, if they're 60 or over, I'm cutting them. Oh, Mel, you can't, this is not the Silver Bachelor. This is the Golden Bachelor. He goes, but they're going to be hot. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, so and he goes, you can't use the word cut. I go, well, that's an NFL term,
Yeah.
And so I don't know anything about him, right? But I know, I was telling him, I go, you guys are the ones that are vetting. You're the ones that are picking. And I know they're going to be beautiful.
Yeah.
I know they are. But I had no say in them. I have no resume. But they asked me, what is my profile? Well, they got to be fit because I'm stay in shape and work out and stuff. And I told them, try to stay away from the artificial hips and the wigs,
Wowee.
That's your Golden Bachelor.
Good Lord.
So, where to begin with this? Let's start with the kind of practical things of this. How the hell did he go on this podcast? As soon as you sign that contract saying I'm the Golden Bachelor, they have full control over all of your media appearances for really, it's like the next 2 years, all through shooting, leading into shooting, during the airing, a year after, all that kind of stuff. So I don't know how he went on this podcast. This could have been a rogue
The oversight
mission.
is gone due to the franchise falling apart.
Could be that too. But I mean, I guarantee you the contract he signed said he can't go on this podcast without their permission.
You think he read it?
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. He might be in breach without even knowing.
He is a lawyer.
That's true. Jesus, I'm sure he read it. So maybe he didn't take it seriously. Maybe they're not taking it seriously. I mean, the ship has sailed. They've announced him as the Golden Bachelor. It's shooting in a matter of weeks. Producers are being called to go onto the show. Like, they are shooting. He is the Golden Bachelor. This clip will not affect that. But this clip is going to, I believe, haunt them really forever.
100%. It is offensive in so many different areas at once.
I know.
It's shocking. I can't imagine they wanted him to say any of this. He even says they didn't want me to use this word that I'm going to say right now.
Cut them. Just for reference, he's 66. So he's saying his age range is 45 to 60, and he will cut anyone over 60 years of age, have to be fit, no hip replacements, no wigs.
No wigs feels like racial.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, I don't know. Like, and don't you want someone who has all the The robot bones? I don't know.
My dad has that. He's got a hip replacement.
So does my dad.
Nice.
Guess Mello wouldn't like our dad.
Yeah, he likes natural hips. Let's watch him break his hip in the course of shooting.
I'm just like,
Lose all his
yeah,
hair.
exactly. Like, you're 66 years old. Like, a man has a lower projected lifespan than a woman in general. And yet you want this woman to be 45 years old?
That's what he goes for.
I
Now-
mean, this is just...
It's a bad start.
It's a terrible start. This is going to offend the entire viewing audience.
Well, especially because like The Bachelor for the past year, I mean, really for a long time, but for the past year, it's been really like out in the open, very scrutinized, especially with like gen trans guys and all of that. That there are multiple dudes in the franchise they pick who have like restraining orders. It's just like bad guys, you know. That's kind of the vibe of Bachelor Nation. And now we didn't get a Bachelorette product. This Bachelor in Paradise, who the fuck knows what it's going to be? I kind of know what it's going to be, but whatever. We'll see what it's going to be. And then Golden is going to round out 2025. It'll be the last Bachelor product we get this year. To have the guy that you've picked as the Bachelor, this isn't just some dude in the dating pool who may or may not wind up being a finalist like Devin Strader.
No.
And maybe this isn't as severe as like what the shit Devin Strader did was, but it still is like you're promoting this man, whoever the lead of your show is, man or woman, you're promoting them as like a huge catch. Like
The
that's
most
why,
eligible man in this age range.
yeah, worthy of having, 20 to 30 people vie for the affection of this person or wedding ring from this person or whatever. And to have it like before, they haven't even shot the season yet. All the women who are about to go into his season can hear this, probably have heard this.
It's like... It's misogynist, it's ageist, it's ableist. It's like all of the things. And the fact that he doesn't have the wherewithal to know how offensive these comments are going to be, and the wherewithal to know that the internet exists.
Yeah.
What you say on a podcast lives forever and can go viral. It's not a good sign for his season and his judgment.
I mean, I'm already seeing clips cut with this audio as he's sending home on night one everybody under 60 or everybody over 60. Sorry, it's going to live forever, like you're saying, and it's just going to taint this whole damn season. Like, I don't know what you're thinking. If you are a woman who's over 60 that's been cast in this season, or you wear a wig, or you have a fucking hip replacement, and you hear this clip, are you just like, fuck it, I'm out? Like, I think I don't know if this will do damage to the season or not, because it's also like, well, but it is a TV show and I do want to get on it. That element is still a part of this. I know for Golden's, like the becoming a famous influencer isn't potentially like as primary of a goal as it is for the younger players, but still that's a part of it. So there's always this thing in your mind that you're weighing, like, is this going to be a good experience versus it's my opportunity to maybe get some Instagram followers.
Get
so
some
you gotta
followers.
go in anyway.
Even if you are looking for love, it's a way to like get noticed by more of the dating pool. I'm almost like, I hope someone brings it up in their limo exit and like says, here's from all the 60 to 66-year-old women, slap.
Yeah.
Brad Womack style.
You know what someone should do is sneak in 20 to 30 MP3 players with headphones in them fully charged with just this clip on them.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Someone should do that.
Yeah.
If you're a producer,
So
be
that all
looking for
of them
those
hate
MP3
him.
players.
I just like, this is such a, I mean, like, recast, I would say, if
They
you
can't
can
fucking
at this
recast.
point.
What? They're shooting in like 2 weeks.
Recast.
I don't think they can. I think they're paying. I think if they decide he can't be the Golden Bachelor, I think there's no season. But I don't think they're going to decide that. I'm telling you, it's in motion. This is not, the train has left the station. Like,
No,
they're
probably
doing it.
they're probably just hoping that this doesn't reach like a virality. But this is like a nightmare clip.
Yeah, and
I
it's,
can't like,
it came out on June 4th. I didn't see it until a couple of days ago. I want to say Claire and Emma reposted it maybe, and I saw it on their feed. It's out there. People know about it. People are talking about it, but it isn't like, it didn't
I haven't
happen.
heard it.
And then like, oh my God, it didn't like go like wildfire through Bachelor Nation or anything, but it's out there. And if, like I said, if night one, if you just see him in quotes cutting all the women over 60, I think there will be a lot to say about this clip. Anyways, that's how we're opening the show.
I mean, I'm sure it's gotten back to him that this is bad.
Yeah.
So I feel like he will then have to keep someone over 60.
Of course. The first 2 weeks, there's going to be a couple of people who are 70 plus, whatever. And then he'll cut them and that'll be that. But we will all know that's fake. It's for show.
And like, he knows, like he's, you know, in the world of football injuries and concussions and stuff, he knows you are a split second away from having to use some sort, like a device or getting a hip replacement. You're one fall away from a hip replacement. Like, he knows how like easy that is to happen in someone's life. It's so odd.
I agree. And just at a base level,
like,
it's like very superficial concerns. Bachelor and all these dating shows are supposed to be about like finding the kind of soul connection, the like falling in love with the person, not their body, not their physicality. Especially in Golden, it's that way.
Especially Golden.
And he's just kind of contradicting that. He's like, I want young, no wigs, no maladies.
I think no maladies. I think all of the women should come in wigs.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Protest.
Yeah.
Protest Mellow.
They should all be getting hip
Mellow
replacements
is the
right
least
now.
Mellow. Yeah.
Whether you need it or not. Teach them a lesson.
It's just, even if you don't have people in the cast who have these things, people who are watching are going to have them. It's just so offensive and could not make me less excited about watching that season.
It actually kind of makes me more excited because he is presenting himself, at least in this clip. I don't know the guy. This is one of the only things I've even seen or heard of him. He's presenting himself, at least here, in a dick manner. And so I want to see them kick the shit out of him. I'm watching it now to see his demise.
Yeah,
it has completely, yes, it has shifted my view of what that franchise is. The wholesomeness, I don't give a fuck about that. I want to see this man
not going to be
pain.
wholesome.
I agree.
The only clip we had seen of him before was that like YouTube interview, and he just seemed like boring and not charismatic. This is like nefarious.
Yeah.
And so stupid.
It's that too. It's like he's just untrained in media or something. Like maybe it was, you know, he obviously was an NFL player, so he's lived his entire life in and around the sports area. He's 66, so he's from a different era of that whole thing. And there is kind of like bro code. Let's talk about chicks, man. Like that kind of thing. Maybe that dipped into here a little bit. I don't know. Not that it's an excuse. I'm just trying to like figure out why he would have said this. Huh?
Locker room talk.
Exactly.
Boys will be boys.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it just like instantly reminds me of the all white season of Bachelor, the first Brad Womack season,
and the
where it
one
was
after
like,
his.
He said that he's like, well, my preference is white women.
But then the next season of Bachelorette in that same year was all white guys. It was a back-to-back Bachelor and Bachelorette product that had all white people in it for a full calendar
imagine
year.
If he had gone on a podcast and said that.
Yeah, that would have been bad. All right, let's move on. We have a lot of clips to get to.
Dang.
Our next clip comes to us from that Bachelor Happy Hour. This is June 19th. Wells Adams was on. And in this clip, Wells talks about how other dating shows have forced BIP to evolve to something, in quotes, different. Here we go.
Listen, I will be the first to admit that change was inevitable with this show. Like, you know, in this world of streamers and, you know, a million different companies making reality shows, we're no longer like the only only game in town. And so I thought it was time that like we switched things up, things got different, tried some new things, maybe went to a different place. So when I heard that the idea was still Paradise, but we're going to do some different things, bring in different people, I was all for it.
I thought. We're not the only game in town anymore, you know, and I thought we should shake it up a little bit. So I thought that thought, and then it happened. So I must have done something right.
He's got his producer hat on.
Yeah, he is correct though.
I'm like, what do you mean you were all for it? You literally already made fun of Hannah Brown's new role. And we're like, I don't know what she's going to do. I guess she's going to pour champagne.
Yeah. The only part I didn't like is when they said I was going to have to share the stage with a way more famous person who's a lot better on camera than me. And then I didn't like that too much. But he is right, though. All joking aside, you know, they ain't the only game in town anymore. They were for a long time. And then streamers started coming out. Other production companies started popping up. Kinetic primarily is one of the big challengers to the Bachelor throne. But I mean, just with that clip from Mel Owens and shit, I'm like, and again, I don't want to taint anybody's view of BIP season 10. It has not come out yet. It's coming out in a week. We're going to cover
You're already
every episode.
tainting my view. You just keep saying all these like ominous comments. Like, well, we'll see how it goes.
I don't know. I just know some things that happen. I don't know how it was shot. I don't know how it's going to be edited. I don't know what the final like presentation will be. You're right. I do know how it was shot. Thanks, Wells. I'm just saying that I don't know what the final product's going to be like. But, you know, it's I don't know. It feels to me a little too late that their back was up against the wall and they're like, fuck, what do we do? They're scrambling just to like throw anything at the wall and take little pieces of these other bigger like Love Island successful shows. I just don't know if it's going to work.
Just the fact that they hadn't decided what they were going to do about the challenges.
Yeah.
Like a couple weeks before starting production, it's like, well, those challenges don't just happen. You have to have sets. You have to have props. Like, they're going to be chintzy if you're just coming up with them on the fly.
Absolutely.
Doesn't bode well.
Absolutely. I think they probably had in their mind, just like they did in old seasons of BIP, these are going to be our front runner couples. We will script narratives for them to make it to the end and figure out everything else as it happens. And then you get in there and you're like, they're just laying around by the pool talking. What is this show? That is what I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move.
And how they're going to incorporate the Goldens too.
Yes, that too. I think the Goldens will probably honestly be the best part of the season. Strangely, they may be a little boring, but I think there's just something that the Goldens have that the younger players don't, which is like, wow, I'm getting to go on this crazy ride this late in life. Mm-hmm. They're just absorbing it, enjoying it. Whereas the younger players are all like, am I making the right move in here to set up a reality TV career? They're a little more nervous and hesitant to cut loose.
And the Goldens, like, I'm super curious about how Goldens would operate on sand. I'm not sure that they're going to have the same like dating structure, but
yeah,
I am curious.
Well, we'll see.
Will we see toe sucking on day one?
I don't know.
That was the plot of one of the first BIP episodes last season.
Yeah, I remember it was Olivia Lewis, right? Was she doing the toe sucking, or was she having the toes sucked?
I think having them sucked.
I think so too. Let's move on to our third clip. This is the clip you were just talking about. Wells Adams is going to tell us about their brand new shiny cameras. Here we go.
Because a lot of times they're filming and I can see the cameras. You know, I can see like the screens and everything. We got all new cameras, like all this new equipment, and the show looks so cool, like so different, so clean. They're using cameras that they use like they make movies with, you know, and like everyone looked so sexy and like good. Like no one was just like sweating their nuts off except for like me and Jesse actually. So yeah, like I think that people are going to be like, it'd be like rabble, it's different. This is a different place. But then they're going to see it and they're going to be like, but this looks amazing. So I think at the end of the day, everyone's really going to love this like new direction the show is going to take you on.
Rabble.
No, nobody's going to be like, the show looks different if it looks better. They have this kind of, I think, this wrong idea of like the audience doesn't like change. And that's really what's been wrong. We've tried these new things and the audience just wants the same old. And it's like, no, we want a good show. That is the same old. Make the show good. And we don't give a shit. Yes, it should look different. Like, I'm glad that he's acknowledging they updated the technology they're using to shoot this thing. Because it is like, I know it's a broadcast show, but still you are competing with Love Island. It's got to at least approach that
directly,
Yeah. So at least that's good. But I think that probably was Scott Teddy coming in, who shoots Summer House. Summer House looks great. That's a beautifully shot show.
I hope we see everyone looking sexy as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait. The rabble thing just like gets me, of like, that's how he sees Bachelor Nation. It's just like, oh, they're haters who say nonsense.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go to this next clip. This is Wells again on Bachelor Happy Hour from June 19th. In this clip, Wells is talking about how it was back in his day and how these new contestants don't know how good they've got it. This is a little Vial-esque in its sour grapesian nature. So please enjoy this clip. If you want to see this clip and all the rest of the clips in this Digging Deeper, and listen to all the Digging Deepers we've ever done in the history of humanity, and watch along with us every episode of Love Island USA Season 7 in Casa Gore, among other things, ad-free episodes, PaceCase Palapa,
Clues corners of every single Netflix show, and even World's Toughest Warrior.
Yeah. You basically have more content than you'll ever be able to get through in a lifetime, and there's new stuff being uploaded there literally daily at this point during Love Island USA. So please get all of it at patreon.com/Game of Roses. Join us in the bottom of the pit.
Weekly live shows, too.
Weekly live shows as well. We'll see you there.
Please rate this podcast. Please review this podcast. Please get a friend to listen to us. And then please rate this podcast. Please review this podcast.